Welcome back to another week of training Miss Maisie. Today, Maisie and I want to show you what our final step was in getting her to a point to where she was heeling off lead. If you'll review the past videos, you'll see the first step was just to get her heeling well on a lead. The second step, we took the lead and actually wrapped it loosely around her neck to where she had a constant pressure of the lead there still. And now today we're going to show you what the final step is to get her completely heeling off lead, the weaning step, if you will. During this process though, remember to make sure you're staying up with the little details of it. Don't let the dog sniff the ground. Control them with your voice as far as if they're too far ahead or too far behind. And if you have questions about those, please look back at the past videos that we've done in this training process, and those can be reviewed there. So follow Maisie and I as we go to the field and show you our final step and get her heeling off lead completely. We are now in the field and we're going to show you exactly what we need to do to get Maisie completely off this lead. As you can see, she is sitting off lead. She's very comfortable, and Maisie actually will heel off lead. We've been behind on our videos just a little bit, but she's to a point to where she's real comfortable with this. Not everyone is going to have to do the final step. I just want you to know that there's some dogs that are very willing to go straight from having the lead loosely wrapped around their neck to being off lead. I have had a few dogs that need this step, so for those of you who need it, here it is. If you don't need it, congratulations, you may already be at the heeling off lead stage. What we're going to do with this leash though, since she's used to having something on her, we're just going to take the lead as we're walking and gently set it over her left shoulder to where it's touching her, and then as we walk, we can take it off to where she suddenly doesn't feel anything. If she starts to move around, doing things we don't want her to do, we just gently lay it back on and it settles the dog back in again. So as I said, this is basically just a weaning step to show you how to get from point A to point B if there's a gray area for the dog at all. One other thing I want to mention is, don't think you can take the dog once you have them heeling off lead and you're just alone with the dog to a busy park. You're going to have to baby step the dog on every introduction that you do. Other dogs around, they need to be back on the lead until they're comfortable with it. With groups of people, back on the lead until they're comfortable with it, and doing well on the lead, and then just slowly go through the steps again. It won't take as long, but the dog has to understand that all the rules still apply. And if like I said, if you go from an empty 40-acre field like I'm in right now to a busy park with her, she will completely break down if she's not on a leash. She's not been exposed to that environment at this point. So if I took Maisie, she'd go back on a leash until I was comfortable that she was okay with being in that environment. So make sure in all these steps and in all your training that you're setting your dog up to succeed, not setting your dog up to fail. So let me get the camera so you can see exactly what the view looks like with Maisie walking with the lead coming on and off, and then we'll have her off the lead completely. Okay, as you can see, Maisie is completely off lead like we talked about, with the lead just barely touching her left shoulder. Okay, so the next step we want to do is just get her attention and start walking at heel, and then we'll show you how we take it on and off. Maisie, heel. So you can see Maisie's very comfortable. Maisie, heel. With it laying there. And then you just want to slowly take it off. And you can see it got her attention a little bit, that it came off. Nothing's hurting her, no pressure at all, but we just come on and off. Serves as a little bit of distraction to make sure her heel work is good, and at the same time, it weans her off the leash. So that's what you want to do, just on and off. If the dog starts acting squirrely, just lay the lead back on, and that so many times it's amazing that will just get the dog to settle back in. They feel the comfort, the security of the lead that they're used to, and then you take it off and take it back on, take it off, and then you'll get to a point where you don't have to have anything. In Maisie, heel, and we just take off and we can go. We can make corners, heel, heel, good, sit, and there we have little Miss Maisie off lead.